We should probably consult the instructions on how to do that.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Run 9mm in my kitchen with another episode of me spending my own money so you don't have to spend yours. Quick shout out to Dark Lord of Optics who sent me this t-shirt purely for the reason that I was incredibly annoying on one of his live streams.
All right, you know what? Okay, Ron, you've been consistently trying. Send me an email, I'll send you a t-shirt.
Anyway, on the previous episode of these that I did, I looked at a magwell for a CZ. Now on this episode, I'm going to be looking at a magwell for a CZ that's attached to a CZ Scorpion Evo 3 S1. How did that happen? All I have done with this is check to make sure that the gun was actually in it, but let's have a look what's in the box.
What's in the box?
My first impression was the box is smaller than I was anticipating. Instruction manual, mag pull, M-bus adjustment. Okay, warranty stuff. I don't know what this is. What's this? Cute little CZ purse. Oh, it's a cleaning kit. So we've got brushy things, oily things, cabley things, swabby things. And, oh, hang on. This is the adjustment tool for the sights. Due to the fact that I'm going to be shooting this in IDPA tomorrow night, I'm not even going to put an optic on this. We're going to go old school. We're going to shoot it iron sights. What else is in the box? I will be tidy, put everything away neatly. It's pretty, and it's smaller than I was anticipating because it's folded. Now, the first thing I was noticing when I've seen these is this kind of looks like something out of Starship Troopers.
I'm doing my part.
It does look really kind of futuristic. This thing's heavy. It does not feel like a toy. Before I do anything, let's check to make sure it's unloaded. Yes, I know I just took it out of the box, but check. So nothing in the magwell, nothing in the chamber. That's a loud clack. Let's just have a first impression of the trigger pull. That is a heavy trigger pull. Let's find out how much that is. I just happen to have with me my trigger pull gauge. It's made by Wheeler Engineering. Make sure it's reset. That cannot be right. Carefully. 9 pounds, 12 ounces. Why is this thing so stiff? 9 pounds. I'm just gonna say it's a 9 pound trigger pull. That is the heaviest trigger pull of anything that I currently own. So things I do know about this, it does have an expandable stock. So it's got 1, 2, 3 positions. Charging handle is ambidextrous. For now, it is set for a right-handed shooter. So a righty would be like this, load the magazine. If the bolt's locked back, there's your bolt release. Ambidextrous safety. Let's put an empty magazine in. Now, this one came with 2 20-round magazines. They're kind of a little tiny, and I need something bigger, because bigger is better. The mag release is right here, and it's a little unusual because you would think the magazine release would be like up here. It's not. It's down here, the front of the trigger guard. So you would just push. Ambidextrous. For lefties, for righties. So let's have a look at the sights on this. They are iron sights from Magpul, and I know that they do this. I don't know how people ever shot with this stuff. It's very confusing. I prefer dots. We will fold those out of the way for now. But I guess if you want to have them as a backup, you can have your optic mounted and just position it so that you can co-witness, and if necessary, oh, my battery has gone out, I have my backup irons. The thing I notice is the grip angle is really pronounced. I don't actually mind it. I do intend to change out a lot of the furniture on this with other exciting accessories, and I will be doing videos on that in the near future. I think I prefer that with the stock all the way back. Yeah, that's just a little close. It feels like my nose is actually about to go through the rear sight. So just to scooch up on that, just to pull that in tight, and that's right there. This is going to take a little bit of getting used to because I normally shoot a SIG MPX in competition and the controls are a little different, but it's going to be, Yeah, I can get used to this. So initial impressions, it's a good looking weapon. It feels kind of futuristic. The receiver is kind of wobbly on there. There's just a little bit of flex, which I know is not going to affect the operation of the weapon, but it just doesn't feel quite right. Let's pop this pin out, lock the bolt back. I think that some of the guts of this are going to need to be replaced at the earliest possible opportunity. 8-pound trigger. Rotates in, push pin, drop bolt. The grips use the M-lock mount system, so there is plenty of room on there to mount whatever furniture you want, whether it's lights or lasers or whatever you want. Picatinny rail up top, sling mount points, you got one on the right, one on the left, on the back for your ring mounted sling. 16-inch barrel, compensator on the end. Safety is the same on the right hand side of the gun. And I know that this charging handle / bolt release can be moved over to the right hand side of the gun if you want it. As a lefty, I just tend to keep the gun pulled into my shoulder, and if I need to do something, I can do that. I guess I could see how as a right-handed shooter, you could keep your hand on the pistol grip. I'm not sure if I like that. I think I like having the gun supported out like this, so I can play the ukulele and manipulate that if I need to. Hopefully you never need to use that in the middle of a competition. It's slow and it takes time, and if you've really done that, either the gun is screwed up or you have, because you've forgotten to change the magazine. This is they call it the slide release. I call it a bolt release. If you're in the middle of shooting and you run out of ammunition and the bolt locks back, you can apparently release that with pushing that up. So for me as a lefty, that's actually handy. I'm beginning to think that this gun is actually incredibly lefty friendly. So my intention tomorrow is to shoot this 100% stock everything, relying on the two 20-round magazines that came with it, no additional furniture, no improvements, no modifications. I bought this out of the box. I went to a competition kind of scenario. I'm gonna get slaughtered, aren't I? I should probably look and see what kind of ammunition this thing likes. 9mm. Okay, that's helpful. Does it really not say what it prefers? I mean, I'm going to ignore it anyway because I load my own. Not that I do, that would avoid the warranty. To the range.
So, I just pulled up at Jackson Hole Gun Club, and who do I find but Captain Glock. Hey, Captain Glock, do you want to see how we piss off Mark?
Yes, please.
Yes, okay.
Absolutely.
Check this out. So, yeah, this is how you piss off a match director. Just bring one of these in the case, walk with me. Hi, I just bought this. Can I shoot it with you guys?
No.
I just bought this. Can I shoot it with you guys?
Of course you can.
Have you shot that?
No.
Do you know how it works?
Vaguely.
Make ready.
Man, this is a YouTube video. Unboxed.
Pull this, right, Captain Glock?
Round one.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Round two.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by. Clear, hammer down. Flag and bag. Did you mean to hit those two so low?
No.
No, okay.
No. I don't know how to use iron sights. Height over bore axis is about this much.
Right, so I've just gotten back from the IDPA match shooting the Scorpion, and I'm going to give you my thoughts, but first, a little liquid refreshment. White Claw, the official non-sponsor of RON 9mm. Very good. First things first, let's have a look at the scores.
On the plus side, I won PCC division. On the minus side, I was the only one in PCC division, and I came dead last. Why is this? Well, the first thing is I shot the Scorpion out of the box. Those were the very first shots that I fired with it. I made the assumption that the sights would have been adjusted from the factory, and it really turns out that they're not. Yeah, my shots were going about 8 inches low. Plus, I mean, to be perfectly frank with you, I am not used to shooting a PCC with iron sights. Just not my thing. But I wanted to have the experience of shooting it straight out of the box, literally the "I just bought this, can I shoot it with you guys?" type thing. And it was humbling, I will admit that. Next set of thoughts, the overall performance. Absolute 100% reliability. Obviously, you would hope that that would be the case. But I was kind of, what's it going to be? I was using my own hand-loaded ammunition that I use in my pistols, fed without a problem, no issues there whatsoever. Magazines seated and ejected perfectly fine. Charging handle, safeties, I mean, perfectly serviceable. The safeties I'm not really impressed with. They're just not really ergonomic. I just don't like them. Those are going to get replaced. The trigger. Yes, that 9-pound trigger pull. Oh my God, you feel that compared to other PCCs that I have shot. That is a heavy trigger with a lot of travel. That is going to have to be addressed. Ergonomics of the gun, very different from an AR-15 type platform. Felt good in the hand though. I thought I was going to hate the grip with that really severe angle, and I didn't. It felt good in my hand. The palm swell was perfect for my hand. I just don't like the iron sights. I think those are going to have to be removed immediately. And an optic put on there. I have ideas on that. The gun doesn't shoot as soft as the MPX. That is to be expected. It's a different technology that makes the thing run. The trade-off for that is you get Scorpion reliability as opposed to MPX softness. I could actually feel the vibration as the bolt was coming back. I could kind of feel it going through the stock against my cheek as I was shooting. And just observed, noticeable, didn't affect the performance of the gun. Do I like it? Yes. Am I going to continue to shoot it? Yes. Am I going to shoot it in competition? Here's the thing. It is going to be my fun local match messing around kind of gun, because my SIG MPX is going to be my serious competition gun when I'm going to matches. And you think, well, why would you not just shoot the MPX all the time? Well, the MPX, if you look at it and think dirty thoughts, then it needs cleaning. It needs cleaning every time you are going to be shooting it where you want it to be 100% reliable. And I know some purists out there would say, yes, you need to do that with all firearms. Well, the honest answer is no, people don't do that. If they are, they are very dedicated, and I'm not that guy. I keep things clean, I take care of them, I just do not field strip everything and clean it after every single match. And the MPX really needs that. Mark says that he runs his Scorpion and he just throws oil in its general direction and gives it a wipe with a used sock, and it just loves it. That about wraps it up. On my next episode, I'm going to start putting some furniture on this thing. So if you've watched this far, do me a favor, like and subscribe, and always remember, as a wise man once said, you can't miss fast enough to win.